Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel, Magnetize Official. Today, I'm strongly sensing the presence of someone deeply engulfed in regret. This individual feels as though they've lost you, and it's leaving them with a sense of hopelessness. The energy I'm picking up on feels strongly tied to a masculine presence, and if this message resonates with you, you likely identify as the divine feminine in this connection. Let's dive deeper into this energy to uncover what's truly unfolding between you and this person. For those of you feeling drawn to this message, stay with me as I explore this dynamic further. If you'd like me to connect even more closely with your energy and channel insights tailored specifically to your situation, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. Doing so strengthens our energetic connection, allowing me to tap into your current circumstances with greater clarity and precision. The energy coming through today is incredibly specific, and I want to share the intuitive impressions that immediately surfaced. First, I heard a name with the letter J. This could resonate as Josh, or perhaps another name beginning with J for someone listening. I also picked up on the letter M, possibly Maria, or even the letters MAR standing out to someone. Alongside these impressions, two powerful words surfaced: regret and replace. It feels as though the masculine energy coming through here is deeply immersed in regret, reflecting on how they've handled this connection. For some of you, this person may have once believed that you were replaceable, or even tried to replace you. However, it's becoming evident to them now that you, divine feminine, were never someone they could truly take for granted. I'm also picking up on visuals that may resonate with specific individuals. I'm seeing trees or a forest. Perhaps this symbolizes a location you're connected to, or maybe it's a place this person has been reflecting. Additionally, a garage is coming through strongly. This could point to someone who works on cars, spends time in their garage, or feels a connection to this setting. As I tuned deeper, I pulled the card, Work Through Your Fears. This energy feels significant. It's telling me that this person was heavily influenced by fear, and those fears may have kept them from fully embracing the depth of this connection. I'm hearing phrases like fear of being truly happy, and fear of being truly loved. While these fears may seem counterintuitive, I sense this person struggled to believe they were deserving of love that was authentic and unconditional. The energy I'm picking up today feels both intense and layered, so let's unpack it. The word engineer came through strongly. This could mean someone listening is an engineer, studying to become one, or works in a related field. Alongside that, the word dropped surfaced, carrying dual meanings. On one hand, it might signify someone who dropped out of school or college. On the other, it feels deeply tied to this connection, like something that happened between you and this person caused their heart to drop. And every time they revisit that moment, they feel it all over again, as if it's fresh. It's fascinating because I sense that when this connection reached its breaking point, you, divine feminine, were the one who pulled away or chose to leave. I'm hearing the phrase, I know how to disappear, and it perfectly encapsulates your energy. You're someone who gives endlessly and selflessly when you allow someone into your sacred inner circle. But at the same time, you're unshakably independent. You aren't afraid to stand alone when the situation calls for it. This masculine energy underestimated that about you. They took your warmth and generosity for granted, not realizing that you would walk away the moment you felt unappreciated or unwanted. And that's exactly what happened here. Their actions, or perhaps inactions, created a rift. And your response was to protect your own energy by stepping back. What's coming through strongly is their struggle with pride. The pride card appeared, and it's crystal clear that their pride became a wall between you. I sense they did something that felt arrogant or self-serving, something that deeply hurt you but momentarily fed their ego. For some of you, this could have been about a karmic feminine energy lingering in their life, someone who was feeding their pride or making them feel validated in a superficial way. For others, it might have been a decision or behavior that came across as dismissive or uncaring. Whatever the case, their pride drove a wedge between you, leaving them with regret and you with no choice but to protect your peace. The energy coming through today is incredibly powerful and layered, divine feminine. So let's take a closer look. I'm hearing that your connection with this person was deeply divine, carrying a spiritual intensity that isn't easy to ignore or forget. The letter S is coming through strongly, and for some of you, Scorpio energy may be significant in this dynamic, whether it's in your chart, theirs, or tied to transformative experiences in this connection. What stands out here is that this person, this masculine energy, acted out of pride and ego. Yet, your intuition picked up on it long before they ever showed or admitted it. I see you as someone who had intuitive hits about this person, especially when they were in lower vibrational energy, but your love for them may have led you to ignore those red flags. You cared deeply, and part of you still does. Your heart wanted to help them, to love them unconditionally, and to remain part of their life, even when their actions tested your patience and trust. I sense that the two of you bonded over something meaningful, perhaps music or a shared sense of humour. The word Roman is coming through here, which feels significant in multiple ways. For someone, this could point to a name or a location, possibly Italy or even near Rome. But there's another layer. This could also be a nod to a past life connection, something rooted in ancient Rome. The energy feels specific and profound, as if your souls have crossed paths before in another time, carrying the echoes of that shared history into this lifetime. The Lover's card came out reversed, underscoring the intensity of your bond. This isn't just a romantic connection. It's deeply spiritual, as though you recognized each other on a soul level almost instantly. The familiarity between you felt electric, undeniable. Yet, despite this, the masculine energy underestimated the depth of your connection. They overestimated their ability to either be without you or, in some cases, to replace you, which they quickly learned was impossible. I feel something they did caused you to leave, divine feminine. The number 666 is coming through for someone. This number often represents the need to restore balance or shift perspectives. Whatever happened in this connection, it created distrust. For some of you, this may not have been a formal relationship. It could have been a situationship or something undefined, but the betrayal of trust still cut deeply. You, divine feminine, carry a radiant energy that holds incredibly high standards. You know your worth, and you honor it in everything you do. And this person, well, they drastically underestimated just how valuable your energy is and how steadfast your boundaries are. It's as if they couldn't truly grasp the depth of what you brought to their life until, almost immediately, your energy left. And in that moment, it hit them hard. They realized, almost instantly, that they couldn't shake you, couldn't forget you. The impact you had on them was undeniable. As I tune into this energy, I also hear the word plant. Perhaps someone here is a gardener or has a deep love for plants, maybe even a collection of them. But there's a deeper symbolism here too. I feel as though your connection with this person was like planting a seed. When your energy withdrew, it left a space that needed to be filled, and that space began to echo with the absence of your presence. The truth is, they couldn't take you for granted anymore. The moment you stepped back, they started to see the full picture. And then the doubt reversed card appeared. It's a powerful symbol in this context. This person has no doubt anymore. They've come to understand just how deep your bond truly is. They've realized, with absolute clarity, that you fulfill everything they've ever desired in a partner. You embody the very essence of what they had always envisioned, but could never quite grasp until now. However, what's clear is that their pride and fears kept them from appreciating you in the moment. They pushed your love away, not because they didn't feel it, but because they didn't believe they deserved it. It's a painful realization that stems from a lack of self-worth, an inability to truly accept and embrace deep, unconditional love. Their pride built walls between you, and in turn, created a seed of doubt in your heart. For a time, divine feminine, you felt certain about this person. You felt a deep connection and allowed yourself to open up in a way that you rarely do with others. Your heart and energy were fully given, and that's a gift you offer sparingly. But this person, perhaps, mistook your openness for something more casual. They didn't realize the weight of your vulnerability and how quickly you can withdraw your energy when you feel disrespected. What they failed to see is that your love is sacred, and when it's not honored, you have the power and wisdom to walk away. The moment you stepped back and created distance, the energy between you two completely shifted. It wasn't until they felt the void of your absence that the reality of what they had with you truly hit them. Before, they were the one underestimating the depth of the connection. You, divine feminine, were certain about it. You saw the potential and beauty of this bond. But now, the roles have completely reversed. You're left questioning whether this connection can truly work, wondering if you could ever forgive them for the hurt they caused. Meanwhile, this person, who once took you for granted, now has no doubt at all about what you mean to them. They are single-mindedly focused on you, now fully aware of the value you brought to their life. Since you walked away, they've become obsessed with figuring out how to get you back. I keep hearing that they're scheming, planning, trying to find the right words. I can see them sitting, writing and deleting message after message, an email, a text, a letter. It's as if they're crafting the perfect words to get back into your life, trying to communicate what they should have said all along. But the hesitation is real. They know they messed up, and now they're trying to figure out how to make things right. This person is rehearsing conversations in their head, planning the perfect way to reconnect with you, but they're unsure of how you'll respond. The energy is full of longing, but also uncertainty. I hear that they may try to use something that once bonded you as their in to reach you. For some of you, this might be music. Perhaps it was a song that always played when you were together, or a melody that encapsulated the essence of your connection. They might send you a song, share a post with lyrics that remind them of you, or even try to subtly evoke memories you once shared through a piece of music. If this person has a deep connection to music, they're likely listening to those songs over and over again, letting the melodies bring back all the memories of the times you shared. There's a deep, almost aching sense of longing in the way they replay these songs. They're not just reminiscing, they're feeling cut out of your life in a way that feels painful, and they're desperately trying to figure out how to bridge the gap between you both. The Caring Connections card reversed speaks volumes here. It's a clear indicator that right now the bond feels broken, and they are painfully aware of the distance that now exists. Right now, the energy around this person is heavy with pressure. They're being pushed to take action, and the desire to reconnect with you is consuming their thoughts. They're reflecting deeply, wondering how they can break down the walls you've so carefully built around your heart. The Thinking Woman card reversed shows just how much your guard has gone up. Where once you might have welcomed them in with open arms, you've now fortified your emotional space, keeping them at a distance. The trust you once offered freely is no longer something they can take for granted. Even if you're still communicating with this person, it feels colder now. There's an emotional disconnect that's impossible to ignore. You no longer open yourself up the way you used to, and it's clear to them that their past actions have left scars on your heart. They know they've hurt you, and now they're trying to figure out how to soften your defenses, how to melt the walls you've put up so that you can both move forward, perhaps even romantically. They're desperate to find a way back into your life, but unsure of how to approach the situation. As I tune into the energy, the name Stephen comes through for someone, perhaps someone close to you or a name that resonates in some way. The words climb and sea also stand out. Someone here may have a connection to rock climbing, or you may live near the ocean. But on a deeper level, these words represent the obstacle this person now faces. Metaphorically, they see the rift between you both as a mountain they've created. And now they're standing at the foot of that mountain, overwhelmed by the enormity of the task ahead of them. They know they must climb it if they ever hope to find their way back into your heart. The Garden and the Gate card upright shows just how much they see you as closed off. You've become a fortress to them, and they are standing at the gate, unsure if they'll ever be allowed inside again. I hear they're addicted to your energy, longing to feel the warmth and connection they once had with you. They miss you more than they are willing to admit, but they're uncertain about how to move forward. The desperation to re-enter your life is clear, but so is the confusion. They don't know how to break the ice, how to soften your heart after all that's happened. I'm reshuffling the cards now to gain more clarity, and as I do, I'm reminded of the depth of the bond between you two. The Lover's card reversed indicates that no matter what happens, the connection between you is powerful and undeniable. Even if you, Divine Feminine, decide that walking away is the best choice for you, the energy between you both remains intense. This is a bond that cannot be easily severed. I'm picking up on an energy that feels a bit immature on their part, which could suggest a few things. Perhaps they are younger than you, or maybe there's a difference in spiritual maturity between you two. What I sense is that you've been on a much deeper journey than this person, and you've likely come into their life to accelerate their soul's growth in a way they might not even fully understand yet. It's as if you've entered their world to help activate something inside them, something that could lead to a powerful awakening, a spiritual transformation that they may not have anticipated. I keep seeing something about their arms or hands. This could hold personal significance for someone, but it also feels like it's symbolic of their desire to reach out to you, to bridge the gap that's formed between you both. With the word forgiveness coming through, placed in the center of this energy, it's clear this person is actively planning how they can approach you. Their mind is consumed with thoughts of you, their heart heavy with the weight of what's been broken. They know they need to ask for your forgiveness. And not just ask, they are working on finding the courage to earn it. Something inside them has been deeply humbled by this situation. The pride that once drove their actions now feels like a distant memory as they come to terms with how their fears and insecurities led them to push you away. They're realizing, perhaps for the first time, that the subconscious fears that once kept them from opening up to love, from fully embracing the connection with you, were nothing compared to the overwhelming fear they feel now, the fear of losing you. It's as if the universe, or their guides, are using this situation to break open their heart. It's like their heart is cracking open to make room for a deeper love. A love for you, yes, but also a love for themselves that overcomes the fears that have held them back for so long. These fears have not only sabotaged your connection, but they've also affected many other areas of their life. I'm sensing that this person might feel stuck in their career, their finances, or other aspects of life. It's like they've been paralyzed by their own fear, afraid to take risks or step into their full potential. And now, as they face the very real possibility of losing you, it's as though that fear is finally pushing them to confront what's been holding them back. I'm hearing a powerful phrase: you deserve better than me. For some of you, this might even be something this person has directly said to you at some point, confessing that they felt unworthy of your love or that you deserved someone better. It's ironic, isn't it? By allowing this fear, this deep-seated belief that they weren't enough to control their actions, they ended up manifesting their worst fear into reality. They pushed you away, not because you wanted to walk away, but because you had to protect your own sense of self-worth and pride. Walking away was your act of self-love, a necessary boundary to preserve the respect and care you have for yourself. You were showing them, and more importantly, showing yourself what you would and wouldn't tolerate in this connection. I'm also hearing the name Timothy come through for someone, and the word standard stands out, emphasizing how this person crossed a boundary or violated a personal standard that you've set for yourself. These are not just walls of defense, they are non-negotiable standards of self-respect. You have learned the hard way that if someone doesn't respect your boundaries, you must honor them by walking away. The message here is clear. Your worth is not something up for negotiation. If they didn't see it before, you made sure to show them just how much you value yourself. Yet, there's an intriguing energy here. The jump-in card, associated with Andromedan energy, adventure, and embracing change, suggests that this person is being called to take bold action, to take a leap of faith. After all, this masculine energy has been in a period of stagnation, not just in your connection, but in other areas of their life as well: work, finances, and perhaps even their personal growth. There's a tendency to avoid change, to shy away from risks, especially when fear is involved. But the lesson they are learning now is critical. Choosing to do nothing is still a choice. And remaining stuck in that fear is what often manifests their worst fears into reality. Take a moment to reflect on this. Their fear of not being worthy of your love and connection kept them from making the moves that were needed. But by allowing that fear to hold them back, they unintentionally created the very situation they feared most: losing you. The fact that you walked away wasn't just about what they did. It was about them not acting. Their hesitation, their inability to make a decision out of fear, led to the very outcome they dreaded. Spirit is working behind the scenes to untangle the knots of stuck energy within this person, as represented by the all-tied-up card in reverse. This is a pivotal moment of release, where the energy that has been keeping them trapped is beginning to loosen, allowing them to see things with greater clarity. And what they're starting to realize is the profound spiritual depth of your connection, divine feminine. The bond you share with them goes far beyond the surface. It touches on deep, soulful realms that are impossible to ignore. There's also a recognition that karmic influences have been at play in their life, some of which have been toxic and draining. Perhaps it was a relationship, a friendship, or an influence that lingered too long, undermining their confidence and keeping them from fully stepping into their own power. I'm hearing the word gossip, which suggests that someone in their life possibly someone untrustworthy, has been speaking ill of you or even subtly sowing discord. This karmic connection has been a major factor in their inability to see your value, or even worse, in creating confusion and doubt about what truly matters. This lesson, rooted in self-worth and confidence, was something they needed to face. Unfortunately, by failing to address this karmic contract in time, things unfolded in a way that caused you pain, significant emotional pain that led you to make a powerful decision to withdraw your love and energy in order to protect yourself. You had once been an open book with them, offering your heart freely. But now, you've put up strong emotional walls, creating a much-needed boundary to safeguard your heart from any more hurt. And yet, in this moment of realization, something has shifted. Their dominant desire is you, divine feminine. They are awakening to the truth they've long denied. None of the things they once thought mattered, status, money, career, or even the toxic influences in their life, hold any true significance compared to you. They're beginning to understand that you are their true priority. All those distractions that kept them from fully committing to this connection are starting to fade into the background. The truth is becoming crystal clear. You are the one they want. You are the one they've always needed. What they're feeling now is an intense emotional flood of energy. The Sun card speaks to a burst of light and clarity, shining on all the things that were once clouded in their mind. The sacral chakra energy is also coming through strongly, indicating that their desire for you is not just emotional, but deeply physical and passionate. There is an undeniable magnetic pull toward you that they can no longer ignore. And with the throat chakra reversed, I sense that there's a strong need for them to express this energy, to say the things they've been holding back for so long. There's a deep yearning to communicate their truth to you, to make it known that you are the one they desire. In your absence, something has shifted within them, and the weight of your absence is deeply felt. I can hear a masculine energy softly whispering, "I lie awake at night thinking about you." It's not just a passing thought, but a constant, consuming presence in their mind. For some of you divine feminines, this isn't just a mental or emotional longing they're experiencing, it's also a very physical and sensual desire. They are aware of an attraction that they may have once taken for granted when you were nearer. But now, without you, that attraction feels almost amplified. Lying awake, they are consumed by thoughts of you, your energy, your presence, and the magnetic pull. They feel not only on a physical level, but also on a deeply emotional and spiritual one. There's an undeniable sense of longing and yearning that they can't shake, as if a part of them is lost without you. Your absence is stirring feelings of grief and sadness that run deeper than they could have anticipated. It's as if their soul is mourning the connection, because the bond you share is not just physical. It transcends time and space, drawing on deep, spiritual ties. Whether you view this connection as a soulmate or twin flame bond, the emotional weight is undeniable. So what's going to come of all this? What are they going to do with the overwhelming feelings that are stirring within them? The appreciation card in reverse indicates a major realization is unfolding within them. There may have been external influences, possibly a karmic feminine, a karmic friend, or some other negative force that had been distorting their perception of you and your connection. This person may have spoken ill of you, planted seeds of doubt, or simply served as a distraction, steering them away from the truth of what they were experiencing with you. But in your absence, things have drastically changed. Their feelings for that karmic influence have turned cold, and they are distancing themselves from anything that isn't serving their growth and true desires. The contrast between the hollow distractions they were once caught up in and the deep connection they now long for is becoming too stark to ignore. They are beginning to see just how much they took for granted when you were in their life, your love, your time, and the energy you so generously shared. Now, they are realizing the value of what you brought into their world. What once seemed like a given, something they thought would always be there, is now recognized as the precious gift it truly was. The absence of your energy is shining a light on how much they've missed, and how much they failed to appreciate when it was right in front of them. The heartache they're experiencing is a wake-up call. They can no longer hide from the truth that they've let something precious slip through their fingers. But in the silence and longing, there is also an opportunity for growth. They are beginning to understand, in ways they never have before, the true depth of their feelings for you. And now, the question becomes, what will they do with this realization? Will they have the courage to act, to come forward and honor the connection they've neglected? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear. They are no longer the same person they were when you were by their side. I sense that this person is really feeling the weight of their realizations and wants to find a way to express it all to you. I keep hearing the phrase, writing a book, which could indicate they're putting a lot of thought into a long message, a heartfelt letter, or perhaps even a deep, sincere text. It's almost as if they're trying to pour their heart out in writing, working through their emotions in a way that feels both meaningful and significant. Alternatively, they might want to speak to you directly, to have a conversation that feels more intimate and raw than anything they've said before. The essence of what they want to convey is this. I'm sorry for not appreciating you when I had the chance. No matter what happened between us, please know this. Any conflict that arose wasn't your fault, Divine Feminine. It was my own inability to truly see you, to recognize your value, and to honor you for who you are. With the hostilities card appearing upright, it's clear that in the past, this person may have placed you in situations where you felt as though you had to compete for their attention, their love, or their priority. Whether it was their work, other people, or simply their lack of emotional availability, it probably felt like you weren't even close to the top of their list. The energy I'm picking up here is one of neglect, a lack of awareness on their part about just how much you deserve to be seen and valued. But now it's all changing. They're realizing, in a profound way, just how much of a mistake it was not to prioritize your connection. They are seeing now that you and what you shared should have been held at the highest regard, and they are carrying the weight of that realization heavily. If this message resonates with you, I wouldn't be surprised if communication from this person is coming soon, perhaps very soon. The broken heart card appearing upright is a clear indication that they are consciously feeling the deep, raw regret from their actions. It's not just a fleeting thought. They are experiencing this heartbreak in a tangible way, and it's affecting their daily life. It's as though the pain of how they treated you is following them everywhere they go, coloring their interactions with others and making it clear just how much they regret not seeing the precious gift that you were when you were in their life. I truly hope that this message has brought some clarity, or perhaps even confirmed what your intuition has already been whispering about this person or situation. Sometimes we need to hear it out loud in order to fully understand what we're feeling deep inside. If any part of this resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below the video. You are not alone in this journey, and I'm here to support you as you continue navigating your path toward clarity, healing, and growth. I want to share something truly special with you today. If this video has inspired you, I invite you to consider making a donation to help bring your feelings to life and support a meaningful cause. By contributing, you're not only supporting your own journey toward finding your ideal partner, but you're also making a real difference in the lives of others. With just a few clicks, you can be part of something greater. 70% of all donations will go directly toward providing food for underprivileged children and offering education to orphans. You can donate through the link provided or use the Super Thanks feature. Every bit of support goes a long way. Let's work together to change lives. And if you'd like to get even more involved, click the Join button to explore the membership options and discover the exciting perks waiting for you. By joining, you'll gain access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content, special community events, and unique benefits that enhance your experience. It's a wonderful way to support the channel while connecting more deeply with our vibrant community. If this video spoke to your heart and you want more, show your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing to Magnetize Official. Share these messages with anyone who might need a little extra inspiration. Let's continue to spread love and light together. Thank you for being part of this journey.